Part 1. The First Awakening. Dear friend, there are moments when the world seems to move too fast, and our minds feel lost, unable to find a place to rest. We wake up each morning and rush into the day, but we don't truly know what we're living for. Buddhism calls this ignorance, the darkness of unawareness. It's when we live without truly being present, when we breathe, but forget that we are breathing, when precious moments pass, yet our minds are wandering elsewhere. But the moment you pause and return to your breath, you are coming home, coming back to yourself, coming back to the source of life. The Buddha once said, "The mind is everything. What you think, you become." Your mind is the root of every experience. When it is illuminated by awareness, Part 2, the whole world changes. Focus is the art of letting go wind, gently carrying it away through the forest. We often think of focus as clinging, holding tightly onto something. But in the light of Buddhist wisdom, focus is a kind of letting go of distractions, expectations, and the heavy burdens we unknowingly carry. Our modern minds are caught in a storm of dopamine, constantly pulled by social media, news, and digital stimuli. We mistake stimulation for life, yet we are drifting farther from our true selves. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means choosing wisely. It means setting down what does not nourish the soul. It means pausing amid distractions and asking, is this truly necessary? When you let go, you don't lose anything. You simply make space for what's real to enter. Part 3. Mindfulness, the light of awareness. Morning light, a hand placed on the heart, slow deep breaths. Mindfulness is not a technique. It is a way of living. It is the ability to be fully present with what is, without judgment or resistance. When you eat, just eat. When you breathe, just breathe. When you walk, walk as if each step touches sacred ground. The Buddha taught that the awakened one is someone who sees things as they truly are, ever-changing, impermanent, and arising from causes and conditions. Mindfulness helps us experience that truth, not as a theory, but as living reality. When you practice mindfulness, you're not escaping life. You're learning how to live deeply within it. Whether joy or pain, each moment becomes a doorway back to yourself. Part 4. Happiness is a state of presence. A child play, golden afternoon light bathing the earth. Many of us believe in a myth that happiness lies ahead, that we must achieve something, become someone to deserve joy. But the Buddha taught otherwise. He said, there is no path to happiness. Happiness is the path. When you bring your attention to the present, you are already walking that path. You don't need to wait to be at peace. You simply need to return to this moment, where life is unfolding in its full beauty. The touch of a loved one, a warm sip of tea, sunlight streaming through leaves. These are not small things. They are life smiling at you. Part 5. Looking deep, the power to transform, falling into a still pond, ripples expanding, light dancing on water. Life brings many questions. Why do we suffer? Why do we feel restless? Where can peace be found? The Buddha answered these questions through the Four Noble Truths. Life contains suffering. Suffering has a cause: attachment, ignorance, craving. Suffering can end through awakening. The path to the end of suffering is the Noble Eightfold Path. This is not a dry philosophy. It is a map of return, a journey from confusion to clarity, from fear to freedom. When you look deeply within, you do not find weakness. You find the strength of a heart learning to heal itself. Part 6. Train the mind as you would temper steel, forging a blade beside a fire, sweat falling onto glowing metal. Your mind, if left untrained, can become a wild horse pulling you in every direction. But a trained mind becomes a source of great power and peace. Mindfulness does not arise by accident. It is cultivated, breath by breath, moment by moment, action by action. The Buddha said, "One who conquers his own mind is greater than one who conquers 1,000 enemies in battle." To focus is to sharpen the sword of awareness, to protect the peace within, to act with wisdom even amidst the storms. Part 7. Panoramic Vision, the art of seeing widely. Most of us live through a narrow lens, looking at life through the filter of fear, ego, or old pain. And within that tight frame, we find stress, judgment, and confusion. The Buddha taught that wisdom arises when we observe without clinging, like the sun, shining on all without discrimination. Panoramic vision is seeing the bigger picture, stepping back, understanding the interconnection of things, realizing that behind the surface, everything is held by the breath of life. When you see with wide eyes, you don't just solve problems, you understand them. You don't just react, you respond with insight. Part 8. Meditation in daily life. Being present in the ordinary young person, washing dishes with a gentle smile, an elder walking slowly through a park. Buddhism doesn't ask us to leave the world to find peace. It asks us to find peace within the world, in every breath, every step, every conversation. Meditation is not limited to sitting still. Meditation is also doing the dishes with awareness, drinking tea with reverence, listening to another with your full heart. Every moment of awareness is a step toward awakening. Nothing is too small. Nothing is ordinary when you are fully there with it. Part 9. Seeds of Stillness. Your mind is a garden blooming. Someone watering plants at dawn. Close up of a droplet soaking into the soil. Your mind is like fertile earth. Whatever you plant there will grow. If you sow anger, you will reap bitterness. If you sow peace, you will harvest joy. The Buddha taught that every thought, every word, every deed is a seed. And one day, those seeds will bloom in the garden of your heart. Sow the seeds of mindfulness, compassion, and letting go. Day by day, breath by breath, you will witness your inner garden blossom with serenity and grace. Part 10. Closing. Coming home to yourself. Mountains. Someone entering a quiet room, lighting a candle and sitting in stillness. Dear friend, we have walked together through many paths, from recognizing our distractions to learning how to focus, let go, see deeply, and come home to ourselves. But truly, you never needed to go anywhere. That peaceful home has always been within you, waiting quietly for your return. The Buddha said, "A well-trained mind is a safe refuge amidst the storms." When you focus on what truly matters, your breath, compassion, and the present moment, you do not just live, you bloom like a lotus untouched by muddy waters. Thank you for walking with it, Inner Light, C3H, on this journey. If this video has planted even one seed of peace in your heart, please share it with a click, a comment, or simply with one mindful breath. And remember, you're not alone. On the path of return, light is always present in every mindful step. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha.